Hey there, Capricorn Sun. Oh, by the way, happy birthday to you, Capricorn Sun. Capricorn Moon and Capricorn Rising. Happy New Year. It is 2024, and we're going to take a look at that energy. We're going to be using these karma cards to see what energy is going to be most influencing your path this year. We'll take a look with the 9-card spread to see some more details on that, and then we'll pull some advice and helpful guidance tools to work with this year for you. So let's just see what we got going on here. So the planet to be paying attention to this year for you, Capricorn, is Neptune. So Neptune is in the area of choice and decision making with your sign, and so it looks like you're going to have some choices to make. If you are a Capricorn rising, it is, with it being in Pisces, it's in your third house of communication, and you have your third house showing up here. And we have the card of Libra. The sign to be paying attention to. So there's a couple things going on in Libra. Primarily, the most interesting thing is that the South Node is working through there. And so that energy squares yours. You may feel a little tension around a certain aspect in your life that you want to let things go, to bring things into balance. It'll be about creating the balance in your life by being willing to release and let go of the things that don't work for you, which the South Node always encourages us to do, but also being in square to your energy. There's always this tension, and Libra representing that balancing energy, it becomes even more important. Now, Venus rules Libra, and she is about to move into your sign. She'll be actually in your sign twice this year. She's going to be moving quickly, not doing retrograde this year, and she makes it back. She makes it back to your sign. So Venus going through your sign, ruling Libra, is going to be very beneficial for you. Plus, she is exalted in Pisces, so she and Neptune get along really well. Okay, so what is Neptune? Neptune is about the dreams that you have, is about your philosophies and your religious beliefs, your spirituality, maybe not your religious beliefs, your spirituality. And so there's an opportunity here to let some stuff go in your belief system in order to create more space for spirituality. There is a sacrificial energy that comes with Neptune, this nebulousness. You know what's also interesting is going on in Pisces, you have Saturn, and Saturn rules your sign, and those two are going to conjunct this year right before the end of the year, or right around the end of the year, or beginning of 2025. So that, and they'll be coming into conjunction, even if it's not exact. So that energy of creating structure around your dreams and your goals and what it is that you want to bring in, and finding with Libra that cooperation, that balancing act of what it is that you want. So Venus gets into your sign on the 24th of this month of January here, and then she makes her way back. She makes her way back to Capricorn in November, November 12th. So she spends November, so she spends 3 weeks in your sign. So she's moving quickly. But you get 2 visits of that Venetian energy. So, Libra. Another thing that is happening this year is at the time of the new moon in Libra, there's a new moon solar eclipse on October 2nd, and Mercury will be conjunct that, and Mercury rules communication, that third house stuff. So that will be a time where I would expect that you are going to receive some real hits. So pay attention to the communication that comes through with that, about what direction you want to go, because that energy will square you. When the energy squares you, it forces you to want to make a change. It's a lot of tension. You know, it's like pulling apart on a wishbone. Those 2 bones are at a square to each other, close enough. And then when you pull on, there's a tension. So what's going to give? What's going to give? Okay, so these cards are cool because they read as sentences. So let's take a look at what it says. It says the idealization of cooperation to perfect, and perfect means to complete. When you bring something to perfection, it's just a completion. It's not about being perfect. It's about perfection. of an idea. So, oh, of an idea. There you go. That's what it says. The idealization of cooperation to perfect your ideas. So who should you be working with? Who should you be collaborating with in order to bring your ideas to completion this year? That's something to focus on. Confusion regarding decisions about short-term thinking and trips. Mercury will retrograde 4 times this year. 4 times. So right now, currently retrograding, it is about to get into your sign and finish up its first retrograde, and it will clear shadow right around the time of the new moon. I'm sorry, the full moon in Leo that's coming up around the 20th when Pluto decides to move into Aquarius with the sun. That's interesting. And then there's 4 more. One of the one of the retrogrades is during the eclipse, the solar eclipse in April, April 8th. Mercury is, okay, so that energy square is yours. And Mercury will be doing a retrograde at that time. So if you're planning to travel to see this eclipse, which I totally am because it's only like an hour to get into the total darkness, and I'm a Capricorn rising, so I'm thinking, wait, what? There might be some confusion. So making decisions and how you're thinking about anything like that. But you also, because this is in Libra, it's the cooperation of, right? And so it's confusion regarding decisions. So you might be waffling on something about short-term thinking and trips, and you may find this year with the Mercury in retrograde that you have a chance to revisit ideas a lot. We also have a retrograde that happens mostly in Leo, but a little bit in Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and so that's long-term thinking in Virgo, and then there's the final retrograde that happens all in Sagittarius right around Thanksgiving time, which should make travel fun for that too. So if you're planning to go home for the holidays, that'll be challenging for Thanksgiving. The problem with the Christmas holidays is you might not want to go home and hang out with your family then anyways, thanks to Mars retrograding in Cancer. Just saying. Okay, so we have the sacrifice resulting from the fairness shown by who or what is around you. Sacrifice resulting from the fairness. And being willing to let go of things because they just don't seem fair. So there's a lot of, again, it's that wishbone pulling apart. Like, this isn't working. Breaking away from that and heading off in this direction, right? So we have inspire others with relationships by making the right connections. Ooh, networking. Even though this is short term, this feels very much around networking, about expanding things out there, especially business-wise. Libra is a 10th house. No, it's 7th house relationship. If you're a Capricorn rising, it's 10th house. So anything that's in relationship to how two things interact. Okay, by making the right connections. Be prepared to sacrifice for the beauty of the idea in question. This thing that you want to do this year, you're going to have to sacrifice for it. And what are you going to have to sacrifice? Well, not your core beliefs. Definitely not that. But it could be your time. It could be money. It could be that you have to give up vacation time in order to have quiet time at home to work on something, whatever it is, right? There's going to be a sacrifice required in order to complete, to bring to perfection this thing that you're trying to do. And we have yielding to the only way to do it with partners and get your ideas going. Yielding is the only way to do it with your partners, so compromise. To get things going, there's going to be some compromising. That could be the sacrifice. So it could be that you have a vision, they have a vision, and you're going to have to compromise a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And so this is not a year of my way or the highway. This is a year of cooperation and collaboration and good communication. And watch out for those Mercury in retrogrades jacking up the communication. Pay attention to when those things are happening so that you are making sure that you're being clear in your communication. and understanding that not everybody is going to be receiving the information that you're putting out there in the way that you may think they are. So crossing your T's and dotting your I's would help. Yeah, Mercury's still in retrograde. Well, no, it's stationed direct, but it's still in shadow. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I love that the key to the situation that you have here is this Ten of Pentacles. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like an idea that is going to bring in financial reward. There's the sacrifices. Wow. All right. Look, this is interesting. Okay. Overall energy, Three of Pentacles. Usually Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration, right? Or at least people sharing ideas. This person is working on their own vision, right? There's nobody there that's standing there admiring it. They are creating what they want. But here we have this, the key to the situation is working with others to manifest everything that you want. And so I think that Capricorn is really good at knowing what the next step is, knowing what needs to be done next and charging in there and getting it going, right? We're really good at that. But this year you got to remember to bring people along on the vision quest with you. They have to be able to see things the way that you see things. You have 3 tens. You have 3 tens on the table here. It is a completion of a major cycle in order to start a new cycle, and that's that sacrificing energy, that Neptune energy. Neptune is wrapping up its trip through Pisces and getting ready to move into Aries next year, and so it is also completing its cycle of being at home and getting ready to go out there into the big world and see what's new and what's next. And so you got to wrap some stuff up in order to get there. And I think what it is about taking some stuff off of your plate. That's what the cooperation is about. The cooperation, the collaboration. You can't do everything yourself. Can't do everything yourself. So here in the energy of what is draining you, we have the Ten of Wands. Look, they are harvesting. But they gotta, both of them, it's gonna take both of them to climb up this big mountain goat, to get to what is at home at the top. To get the harvest home, it's going to take more than one person. Otherwise, you're climbing up and down that mountain by yourself, carrying everything, and, you know, many hands make for lighter work, right? And here in the action to take, we have the Ten of Swords. And here we have the Eight of Swords. I want to talk about these two. Ten of Swords says to let something go. Let something rest in peace. And it feels like there's just too many ideas. At least moving from 10 ideas to 8 ideas. Then there's a healing that comes in, right? Someone can help you. So maybe you give up 2 aspects of it and you let somebody else handle that. That is one way to look at it. Another way to do this is to understand that you're only stuck if you're trying to do this work on your own. These feel like ideas and thoughts more than anything. I want to understand this energy a little more. Yeah, okay. 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 It's about letting, there's something that you thought for sure was going to work, or it was a really great idea, or you've been trying to do it on your own, and the way you've been doing it, it hasn't been working, and so it needs a rework. It needs a evaluation. Pluto moving through your sign for the last 15 years has been unearthing things, and you can see where some things haven't been worked, and he's going to dip back into your sign for just a few months, September through November or something like that, for a very short period, and then he's gone. There's a lot of ways to look at that, but he's just showing you what needs to be let go of. You are completing a major cycle, because what did we have coming out but the death card, right? The harvesting card. And we have a 10 here, a 10 here, and a 10 here, right? And so it's all over here. And what is it that you need to overcome? It's your belief system. It's your belief system. We have the Hierophant here that this is how we do it. This is how we always done it. And this is about encouraging you. The struggle for you is to reconnect with your higher self and work in collaboration with your higher self, because how do you transform the situation? We have the Moon card. The High Priestess, connecting in with your higher self. So there's a neat, and in the heart space we have the Moon, right? And so there is this energy here about really needing to connect in and using your intuition. Okay, so that is super important. What are you using your intuition to do to help you to figure out what needs to be let go of? Where are you overthinking things? Where have you got too many irons in the fire? How can you simplify things at least by 2 swords? At least by 2, so it allows for a healing process here. And also, there's 2 people in this, right? This isn't the 8 of Swords of Rider Waite. If they wanted me to use Rider Waite, I'd be using it. That's not what they picked. They picked this deck. Okay, and so in this deck, the mom is nurturing the child, and it is by resting, that the healing comes in. And so you need to create downtime. All work and no play will run you into the ground. All work and no play will run you into the ground. You have a great new idea. Okay, and this is how I know this. They're asking you to go within, see the dark. When we have the dark like this, we got the night, and this is kind of darkness here too, right? Okay, so when we go within and we connect in with our higher self, we collaborate with our higher self, which I do believe will lead you to actually collaborating with people in the 3D, okay? But first, get that direction and guidance to know what is the right combination for you, right? What inspires you to make the right choice, to step out of the darkness into the light, okay? So there's that. But then here's your great idea. In the area of resources, you have the Ace of Wands. You need to take action towards your great idea. And I think you're going to have to be patient, because here we have the Knight of Pentacles that came out while I was trying to understand this energy. So this change, this transformation that is going to happen is going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to happen overnight. We have grapes here, which require very special conditions in which to grow. He's got the knight. The knight's got that pentacle there, and he's assessing. Look at him. He's not really. He's looking at the grapes, and so is the horse. They're assessing the skills. What are your skills? What are your skills? All right, so lots of news and information coming in. Here we have the Eight of Wands. You've been trying to find out something. I think something important, some information came to you. But what's draining your energy is trying to do it all on your own, or trying to do too much on your own. So either you streamline a project by connecting with your higher self to make it more manageable. That could be one thing. Or you're working in cooperation and collaboration with someone else in order to bring it in. Whatever it is, you're building something that brings I'm sorry, did I say 10 of Pentacles? That's a 10 of Cups. It is something that brings joy into your life and to lives of those around you. And it could be that the collaboration, the cooperation is that you cut back at work so you have more time for your family, so that you get the whole life. That could be it too. So that's a lot. Something is not working and needs a redirection. Ooh, we got another 10 just for fun. Okay. I love looking at that. It looks like a spiral staircase into a new direction. This is very solar plexus and heart chakra being lit up here. So the 10 says gentleness. Yeah, there's a need to cut back on something. Working smarter, not harder, is what I just heard. I also heard that doing more doesn't get you more. There's an efficiency about this. Okay, so I clean houses. That's my source of income. If you want to help me out with that, you could leave me a donation. I can go into a house, and if there's a bunch of people there, I have to clean it, this room and then that room and then this room and then that room, so that I'm not really in their way, and they can stay the heck out of my way. But when it is an empty house, I go in and I will clean all the sinks, and then I'll clean all the toilets, and I'll clean all the showers, and I just run. I actually run in circles through the house, cleaning one particular thing in all the rooms that need, all the glass that needs to be cleaned, all whatever, right? And I can shave almost a quarter of the amount of time off by doing it that way. There's an efficiency that comes from it. And so sometimes it's about working smarter, not harder, and gaining more time for myself and in my life. I don't always have that luxury, but when I do, boy, I get excited about it. So you are an intricate being, and this that is unique and diverse in your own special way. Spirit is asking you to be gentle with yourself and accept the delicate nature of who you are. The spiraling energy is here to remind you that there is a great power and strength in your softness. It is here to assist you in healing on all levels. This healing card here, this is definitely a healing card here. For those of you that are interested in maybe an energetic healing, Nancy Richmond Tarot, she does Reiki healing, long distance. You can connect with her. I will leave her information in the description box below. She's also a fellow Cappy, so that might help you out. Okay, so she's here. It is also here to remind you that you are a divine being of light who is deserving as any other human being on earth. Smile and recognize your own authenticity and the beauty in all of your glory. Whoop, that one and this one. There is beauty in your vision. There is beauty in your glory. There's beauty in your skills and your talents. And this year, you need to bring those forward. And it feels as though if you are worried about money, if you're worried about your health, that just breeds more negative vibrational energy in your life. And there's really a need to heal that energy by seeing things from a more positive point of view. This card is called happiness. This card is doubling down on this 10 of Cups, of being able to find the joy in your heart center, doing the things that bring you joy in order to change your frequency, to raise your vibration so that you attract healing and abundance into your life. A universal energy is moving through your life and your inner being right now. While this energy sets all matters of the physical world into proper order, it also serves to bring a deeper, more profound feeling of contentment and inner happiness. Be conscious of whether or not you are open to allowing this energy to flow. There is a lot of good coming your way, especially happiness. Also note the golden ripples that emanate outwards. This shows that your energy will shift. Your energy shift will have a positive and uplifting effect on others as well. When you take care of you, you can help take care of others much more efficiently. There is something about, this is about you finding time for what brings joy in your life. What are you passionate about? What excites you? It is going to be your passion, your enthusiasm, your happiness. And this is not an Ace of Wands. It's an Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why every time I look at it, I get wands off of it. Totally Ace of Pentacles. It is going to be see all that creative energy? That's why I always think of this. It's surrounded with all this creative energy. Here's the root chakra energy, though. That's the pentacle energy. But she is focusing on her green of growth, focusing on this, also connecting to spirit with this purple, but grounding that energy, bringing this idea down. And so if you are not spending time connecting to spirit, but connecting through the heart space, bringing the joy in and feeling the joy and allowing it to emanate out into your life. If you have not been doing that, now is the time, because that acts like this magnet that is going to attract all of the good stuff into your life. And so there's a real need to connect in this year, to be willing to let go of negative thoughts. Just shoo them away and replace them. So, for instance, something happened over the holidays. I got this little piece of news, and my stomach tightened up because I'm also a Cancer. And so my stomach tightened up, and I thought, no, I'm going to release that, and I consciously let it flow out of my system, and I replaced it by feeling into my heart space and filling my heart space up with a happy thought that brought in joy, which was thinking about a little cat. I know it could be a puppy, but I just focused on that energy and allowed it to fill me up and push the other energy out. I rebalanced my energy, and I was at work. It just took like 2-3 minutes for me to do this. Take a deep breath. Breathe it out. Breathe in love. Exhale love. And filled up my space with love and just kept moving. And I was over it in a matter of seconds, well, minutes. But for me, that's really good. It's taken me a long time to get there, but you can learn how to do that this year. You have this black dragon. Cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, and undergo a metamorphosis. We have these cards of meditation and reflection. Make the time to learn how to bring the joy and the happiness in. Breathe it in through your heart space, joy, and exhale it into your body, your aura, right? And it just takes a couple of minutes. You can do it while you're taking a shower in the morning. Think about being efficient, right? While you're in the shower, just reconnect to your heart and put that energy out there. Just doing this on a regular basis. We got this crystal yellow dragon. This is solar plexus. This is creating your own vitality through bringing in the joy. You're going to be safe and protected this year. Neptune is in the energy choice and decision making, and what you feel is going to determine your frequency. And so you have a choice. What do you want to create the frequency that you live in? What do you want to create that safe little cocoon in? So we have here the yellow dragon. Opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination and walk the higher path. How are you going to do that? By bringing in that beautiful energy. Look how creative this energy is and how much you shine it out into the world. And so the way to open your crown chakra is actually through your root chakra. They balance each other. And so creating that sense of emotional stability where you know your needs are being met enables you to open up the crown chakra, which allows more to flow in. And when you open up your intuition, you balance that by opening up your creativity through your sacral chakra. And that's the orange chakra with this third eye chakra. And it's just this balancing act that we bring in. Your throat chakra, your truth, and how you put it out into the world, the solar plexus, they balance each other out, and it all comes together in the heart chakra. So by spending some time meditating through the heart chakra, you help to feed all of the other chakras. What dragon do you want to feed this year, right? What dragon do you want to feed? And so the sacrifice is almost as though you have to sacrifice that jumping up and running out the door and getting on with your day and making more time and space for your development of a fuller life. It can't be just work. We've got Jupiter, the sage, the wisdom that's going to expand. What did I say? Your crown chakra and your root chakra. It's right here. The wisdom that comes in through the crown chakra. When you stabilize your root chakra, when you stop worrying about whether or not you have enough, you're good enough, there's enough time on the day, or whatever it is that you're worried about. It's time to collaborate with your own self about, I got this. Because Capricorn, if anybody's got this, it's always you. It's always you. So this year, when that south node squares your sign, what do you release and let go of? Things that take you out of balance. The north node is in Aries, squaring your sign. What do you want to move toward? Things that you're passionate and excited about. That's where the creativity is going to come from. Wow. Okay, look. You got The primary one that came out was the amethyst. There is a need to connect in with your higher self this year to really strengthen that connection. Because if you can create that core strength, right, that spiritual connection, Neptune, create and strengthen it. It's like it's a muscle. It's a muscle, right? And if you want to be all ripped spiritually, you gotta work it. You gotta work it. You gotta show up for inner. So I pay attention to my intuition, my dreams, and I easily interpret the messages. They're saying that you're struggling with this connection, and it may be because I'm a recovered. I'm not recovered anymore. I'm recovered from my Catholic upbringing, right? But a lot of us we were imprinted with some sort of a religious thing. Either all religions suck or this religion has got the answer or whatever, right? They're asking you to walk a new spiritual path, one where you connect with your higher self. Spend time in meditation. It says develop intuition, use your psychic gifts, increase dream recall and interpretation of symbols in all of your life, and transform and transmute negativity, right? You got to let the negative thoughts go. Pay attention to if an animal crosses your path or something unusual happens and look up spiritual meaning of. Spend time learning how to communicate with all of the information that spirituality is always bringing to you. The universe is always bringing you information and guidance. Always. So there's a matter of just being able to connect in and seeing what it is. Dream journals. When you wake up in the morning, what do you remember? What's that first thought that comes through? And is it a feeling, a picture, someone that showed up? What is that? And then look up spiritual meaning of and start paying attention to just random things you see on the street that catch your eye and your attention. And what does that mean? I had a fox run across the road. What does that mean? Right? So there's just so many things, so many ways that Spirit is trying to communicate. They're just asking you to tune in. And the best way to do is to let go of the fear. The fear of what the future is. It's chaos, okay? It is chaos out there. And so you can worry about it or you can do something about it. And something you do about it is to connect stronger to your own self and find the joy and the happiness here in the heart space. Because then you'll be on your little island of joy while the chaos swirls around you, and you'll be safe and you'll be protected. And I know that sounds very Pollyanna, but I also know what doing that in my life, how that has changed my life in a very dramatic way. I should really do a video on my story. I've been trying to figure out how to do that without throwing people under the bus. That's why it hasn't happened yet. So when I figure that out, and I'm going to figure that out soon, so keep an eye on that, because I really think my journey was about me learning how to help you on your journey. And speaking of that, I'm offering a course where we're going to take your chart, your specific birth chart. The cost is very limited because it's going to be a very intimate conversation. We'll take your chart and we will learn where your gifts are, where your challenges are, the things that have happened, the cycles that are going on, how you can use what's in your chart to know yourself better, to understand what has happened in the past, but more importantly, to set yourself on the course to where it is that you want to go and how to get there in the easiest way possible. And so the information for that is in the description box below. That class starts soon. It starts on January 30th. And so I do encourage you to check that out. Join me on Facebook where I do the daily astrology, but also more information is over there as well. You guys have two other cards that wanted to come out. Okay, so maintain a healthy heart right here with this green aventurine. It is easy to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. And this conscious habit of health is letting go of the negative thoughts. Start there. It could be physical health for sure, taking care of your body, strengthening your body, eating better. All those things matter. But the way these are set up, I think this has a lot more to do with the mental stuff that is going on. And yes, I'm talking to myself too. Increase healthy outlook on all levels, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And then you have the calm, the hyperactivity, this hematite. There's something they're trying to bring through about the hematite. Hold on. I can't quite grasp it. if I can find it, what they're trying to tell me, I will share that with you. They said I wrote on it. Hold on. I keep a journal. When I get thoughts, I write them down. I do a lot of stuff in here. They said I wrote something on this. Oh, carnelian. It connects to the energy of carnelian. That's the creative energy. That is your sacral chakra. All right. So calmness, hyperactivity, stay grounded in and focused, rapid, repel negative thought energy. And how do you do that? By creating the joy in the sacral chakra. That's how they balance each other out. Thank you. Okay, so when things come up, find the way to distract yourself by finding the inner peace, taking that nice deep breath in of joy and expelling out love and joy into the so Capricorn. One other thing, the Devil card. The Devil card. Every major arcana, in my opinion, is about the lesson we're supposed to learn in that cycle of the karmic wheel. And Capricorn energy is the Devil card because the lesson, the major life lesson of Capricorn is to learn how to overcome fear, to know that you are not stuck, you're not bound, you're not chained to anything. And that you can set yourself free by choosing joy. Joy is the key that unlocks those chains that set yourself free. It is about overcoming fear and finding self-love, right? We don't have to be afraid if we lose our job, if we lose this relationship, if we lose this, that, or the other thing. That's codependency, that we need something outside of us to make us feel safe and secure and whole. It is about learning that we are already safe and secure and whole. We just got to find it. It's all inside of us, and that comes from love of yourself. And so heart healing, finding the joy this year, these healthy habits, that's about you showing yourself that you love yourself. This is a year to love yourself more and to create from a place of joy. Create from a place of joy. And everything else will fall into place. Don't create from fear. Fear of loss, fear of not being good enough, not having enough, all that crazy crap that's going on out there. It's going to come and get me. Don't focus on that this year. This year we focus on creating more joy within us and letting that expand out into the world. And as a magnet, it will draw and attract those kind of opportunities to you. It's going to be a powerful year, a very powerful year for you. Thank goodness that Pluto is almost done with us, right? All right, you guys take really good care of yourself. Love to see you over on Facebook. Check out that course. I think you'll get a lot out of it. I'd love to see you there. And also, I'm going to be doing more things, some of it free. And the only way to get really all that information is to be in the Facebook group. That's where I post on it. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.